tour.
We will allow you to enjoy all of this. They are dancing in the pubs of Dublin. Harrington with an ace.
And we have a shining star at sunset. Rory continues his run to greatness. The return to glory.
That's be good enough, don't worry. How long on this? Hello and welcome to the AIG Jimmy Bruen and Women's Minor Foursomes Finals live from Shannon Golf Club. We're here on the 10th tee as the very first match in the AIG Men's Jimmy Bruen All-Ireland Final is going to come over to us here. And just a quick update on essentially what the plan of coverage is for you today, but across what the same as what has been doing for the last 4 or 5 weeks now. So there are 4 Jimmy Bruen matches going on, and then there are 4 women's minor foursome matches. So we will spend a hole per group on this back 9, and then we will head on over to the 18th hole as the culmination, or the culmination of this competition comes to an end. If it happens a little bit earlier, we will try and capture the final moments of each of the matches as they come. But the very first match, and we'll give an update on all the 4 scores across the 4 matches. The AIG Men's Jimmy Bruen All-Ireland Final is being played between RD and Abbey Leaks golf clubs. Match number 1, we're going to get an update on scoring for you just through 9 holes here, but through 6 holes in match number 1, Gerard Purcell and Tom Riley are 3 up through 6 holes over RD's Peter Taff and Matthew Commons. Match number 2, RD lead 1 up again through 6 holes. Liam Travers and Manny McLaughlin are 1 up over Donna McDalton and Neil Condon. Match number 3 is all square through 3 holes. So that match is made up between Brian Keenan and Kevin Commons of RD against Noel Concannon and Dara O'Rourke of Abbey Leaks Golf Club. Match number 4, RD are 1 up through 3 holes. That's Thomas Malone and Jamie Kelly of RD, and they're playing against Eugene Hearns and Martin Lawler of Abbey Leaks. So the players are making their way over to us now. 2 players are heading to the tee box as their playing partners are waiting for them on the green. So we're going to get ready now to head over to the tee box, and we will just wait for the players to go join us. So go to the tee box. So again, Abbey Leaks, if their jerseys or anything to go off in the finals that we had a few weeks ago, they will be in the yellow, which means that in this match in RD, either Peter Taff or Matthew Commons are in. Both gentlemen are wearing yellow. So we'll figure that out now in a moment, and we will get an update on scoring for you as soon as we have it also. How are you? How are you? How's the match going? I believe for 1 up. An update and scoring for you, and Abbey Leaks are 1 up in this first match through 9 holes. So there's Gerard Purcell and Tom Riley, who are 1 up over Peter Taff and Matthew Commons. Abbey Leaks, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So on the tee for RD on this 10th hole is going to be Matthew Commons Peter Taff, for those of you watching at home, you can't see right now, it's because he's got his back turned to you, but Peter Taff is not hitting and he's wearing the glasses. So for those of you at home watching, that's the differentiator for you. And it's a very nice shot there by Matthew Collins, just the front portion of this green. This 10th hole is par 3, as you can see there by watching it. And from the back tees, this hole is 143 yards to the middle of the green. The pin is just on the left-hand side of this hole, of this green. How are you? Good, thanks. All good? All good. You're wrong. Good, thanks. How are you? Good. So, plan of action for coverage with the AIG Jimmy Bruen finals is we're going to join this group, match number 1, here for this 10th hole, and then we're going to make our way over to the 11th tee box, watch them tee off on the 11th hole, and then we'll join match number 2 on 11, match number 3 on 12, match number 4 on 13. You get the picture, so on and so forth. It's straightforward enough. And again, we'll bring you as much action and coverage as we can throughout this backline coverage across both the men's competition and then the women's competition as they come up to us on from about the 14th hole, 13th, 14th hole onwards. This part 3 is tricky. So like I was saying, back from the tees back there, about 145, 143 yards to the middle of the green. Pin is tucked in on the left-hand side, just behind that bunker. There's 2 bunkers on this green, one short left, one out to the right. So I played this course before. The bailout is out onto the right, but it leaves a tricky bunker shot. So both teams in a very nice position. RD had a cut into that 3-down lead through 6 holes, and now they're currently just a 1 down through 9 holes. So Abby Leaks just came up short. They're in this greenside bunker. They've about a 10-yard bunker shot. Not a huge amount of green to work with. They're gonna need to just get the ball over the bank of this bunker, and gravity should do the rest. Everything should just fall down toward that pin position. But the big risk here with a shot like this is that you'll leave it in the bunker by trying to be too cute. So they have to get objective number 1 is get this golf ball out of the sand. Yeah, job number 1 done. They've a tricky enough downhill putt now, but like we're saying, job number 1, get the ball out of the bunker. Complete. It may still be Abby Leaks' turn to play. So RD just going to take their time. They're looking very relaxed, and they're matching white t-shirts, navy trousers. giving it the full, we'll call it President's Cup for the year that's in it. Giving it the full President's Cup. Or Jimmy Bruen, actually. They're giving it the full Jimmy Bruen. Matching t-shirts, matching trousers. Garrod and Tom from Abbey Leaks, just looking at this from both sides. It's gonna be a fast putt from where they are. Should fall from right to left. They're gonna want to give it maybe a foot on the outside right of this pin. And Abbey Leaks here now, just taking their time. Okay, ball's away. And yeah, falling from left to right. Just grazes by and rolls by, like we're saying. Very, very fast putt. But now is the turn of RD taking the flag out. Similar concept and similar break to what Abbey Leaks had there. About a foot and a half outside right. They can afford to just cozy this up now. Walk away with their par. I can bring this match to Oscar. It's a nice putt. Just falls short. Rolls by about a foot or so. Been conceded, and this match has gone from 3 down through 6 holes to all square through 10. RD must be delighted. Well fought back. Very nice. So we're going to follow this group through to the 11th tee box. 11th tee box is a little bit of a walk away, so we're going to make our way over. Match number 2 hasn't quite reached the 9th green yet, so after these tee shots, we'll probably take a little bit of an ad break. But just a reminder that all of our coverage today and all of our coverage this year across amateur golf in Ireland has been brought to you by AIG, who are a proud partner of Golf Ireland, have been for over 25 years. They're the insurance partner of Golf Ireland, and they've been supporting competitions such as these ones for a very, very long time. And we just want to say thank you very much to John Gaelic and to Aidan and everyone on the team in AIG for supporting us and supporting amateur golf in Ireland. Competitions such as these would not happen without their support, and I'm sure everyone here is very, very appreciative. It's great to have a platform and have a partner in AIG who allows to broadcast competitions such as this one today. So just a quick thank you to AIG. Lovely day here in Shannon Golf Club. It's a little bit overcast at the moment, but that's meant to burn through throughout the day. Obviously, if you know Shannon Golf Club, you know that we are literally right beside the airport and right beside the runway. The 9th green runs parallel to, or the 9th fairway runs parallel to the one of the runways. That's the word, runway. There we go. So we're just going to cross the road here. Love crossing roads in between golf holes. It's lovely. But we are now at 11 tee, the 11th hole. And the 11th hole is a par 4 dog leg left. There is OB all the way along the left-hand side of this hole. You can see the white stakes. The car park for Shannon Airport is just to the left of this hole. So if you got a big hooky miss, could be expensive. Could need AIG to cover that insurance claim. And so that there was Peter Taff, and that's just out to the right hand side. Safe. It's very, very safe. He won't hate that at all. The fairway runs out on the right hand side at about 230 yards from the back sticks, so probably about 225 yards. It runs out into the rough there, so not too many people are going to be taking driver. I think Abbey Leaks have 3 wood here in hand. And that's a very nice shot. Very nice shot there by Abbey Leaks, and they make their way down the 11th fairway here. And so with that, as the very first match heads off down the 11th hole, we're going to wait for match number 2 to come and join us. But until then, we're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be back to you after this message. So welcome back after that ad break. We just kind of let you look down the 11th hole here at Shannon Golf Club. It's a lovely little dogleg left. You can see the Abbey Leagues players just chatting through what it is exactly they need to do. They've been ham and egging it pretty nicely, has to be said. But RD have been making the comeback of all comebacks, really, winning the last 3 holes in a row to bring it back to all square now through 10 holes. A update on scoring for you just across the board. So obviously the first match is all square between RD and Abbey Leaks. Excuse me. In match number 2, RD's Liam Travers and Manny McLaughlin are 1 up through 6 holes over Abbey Leaks' Dominic Dalton and Neil Condon. Match number 2, RD lead also 2 up through 6 holes. Again, scoring will be updated as soon as we have it. But that's Brian Keenan and Kevin Cummins who are 2 up over Abbey Leaks, Noel Concannon and Dara O'Rourke. And in the final match of the day from the AIG Men's Jimmy Bruen All-Ireland Final, RD's Thomas Malone and Jamie Kelly are 1 up again through 6 holes over Abbey Leaks' Eugene Hearns and Martin Lawler. So all scores and all matches are pointing in the favor of RD at the moment. Even in match number 1, which was a healthy enough lead in Abbey Leaks' favor, has now been neutralized and is all square. So it's as things stand right now, RD looks to be winning 3.5 points to a half point over Abbey Leaks. Over in the women's AIG women's minor foursomes matches, we have scores for the first 2 matches through 3 holes, and that competition is currently being played between Howth and Cortown. So match number 1, Cortown's Mary O'Connor and Elaine Fitzgerald are 1 up through 3 holes over Howth's Veronica Baker and Elizabeth Collier. Match number 2 is all square through 3 holes. Cortown's Kate Sheehan and Anne O'Shaughnessy are all square against Kitty Walsh and Catherine McCanna from Howth Golf Club. Match number 3, which teed off at 11:20. We haven't quite got a score update just yet on that first 3 holes, but that is being played between Cortown's Mary Cooper and Margaret Dooley against Howth's Trina Blake and Jenny Ryan. The final match of the day, which teed off at 11:30, is being played between Howth Golf Club's Ashling Hall and Kathy Barron against Cortown's Tina Smith and Gay Gahan. We will be bringing you coverage from the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes Final once all 4 matches here on the men's, where the AIG Jimmy Bruen has played through, and we cover each of the 1 hole or so with each of the groups. This first match is absolutely flying out. It looks like they might be finishing up on the 11th hole pretty quickly here. Now they're absolutely herring around. I was going to say horsing around, but herring around. They're very fast, which is nice to see. You love to see it. We can see match number 2 just finishing up on the other side of the road on the 10th hole. And once we have scoring from that match, we will bring you coverage as we have it. You might or might not be able to hear that airplane either. I think it's landing. I'm going to say it's landing. That's just one of the lovely, unique aspects of Shannon Golf Club here. The airport is very much a feature.
He sent a message there saying you could just go in front of the camera for stuff like this because it's just.
He was saying that.
Yeah, he just sent a message there. I think yeah.
It's me. It basically doesn't. So we can see that match number 2 are just finishing up over there on the 10th hole, the par 3. I'm going to try and stand in the middle of the frame here if I can. Match number 2 are just finishing up on the 10th hole, the par 3. As you can see behind me, this par 4 11th hole measures out at 331 yards total from the back tips. No, that's wrong. 343 yards. I can see on the sign over there. So this app's incorrect. But there you go. 343 yards from the blue tees. Competition for the men's AIG Jimmy Bruen is being played from the white tees. So the hole is 338 yards. So we were closer to those tees on the app. As I mentioned earlier on, there's out of bounds all the way down this left-hand side, this dog left of the fairway here. There's that buggy path that goes along the left-hand side of the hole here. But a couple of trees, maybe like 10 yards, not even, 5 or 6 yards of trees. And then after that, you get into Shannon Airport car park. So just don't miss left is the is the aim of the game on this 11th hole, this par 4. When it comes to the approach into the green, so realistically, you want to be playing to a number from those tees, hitting about 180 to 200 yard club. That will leave you about 138, 136 yards to the middle of the green. The defense of the green is straightforward enough that you can run up the ball onto the green, as you can do on a lot of the greens here on this golf course. If you want to try and play a bump and run, or if you don't quite fly a golf ball onto the green, if you like to run a golf ball up the front of the green, you can do so. But there are bunkers. There's generally 2 bunkers on most of, if not all of, the green surrounds at Shannon Golf Club here today. There's one bunker, a small pop bunker to the left hand side, and one larger bunker to the right hand side of this green defending it. So accuracy off the tee and on approach are of vital importance here at Shannon Golf Club, and importantly and specifically here on this 11th hole. We are just waiting for match number 2 to come and join us. We can see they're making their way off the green leisurely. But match number 2 is being played between RD's Liam Travers and Manny McLaughlin, who are currently 1 up through 6 holes. We will get an update on scoring as soon as we have it. They are 1 up through 6 holes, as I said, over Dominic Dalton and Neil Condon of Abbey Leaks. But yeah, we are just waiting for play to come and join us. And what we will be doing is we will cover this match from the 11th hole all the way down across to the 12th tee box. The 12th hole is also a par 3. I could be wrong with that, actually. No, I'm not. I'm correct. It's a long par 3. So we'll be joining this group for the 11th hole and the 12th tee shot. So you will see a nice bit of action here between this group, which is one of the. I mean, they're all very, very tight matches, and there's good support out following each of these groups at the moment. The players are just making their way over, so we are going to head over to the 11th tee box now and join coverage of match number 2 in the AIG Jimmy Bruen All-Ireland final between RD and Abbey Leaks. So match number 2 through 10 holes is all square. So Leaks have managed to tie this match up now as we reach this 11th tee box. Teeing off for Leaks is going to be Neil Condon. He is wearing the navy trousers, navy jumper, the yellow t-shirt underneath, and the black baseball cap. His playing partner, Dominic Dalton, is in the shorts and yellow t-shirt with the white hat. He's got an iron in hand. Again, just looking to play that 180 number, 200 number. Neil there just waiting for the 12:29 flight into Shannon Airport to come to a taxi as Neil shot there just gets caught up on the left-hand side of the rough. So it's going to be a tight angle into the green from this side, but he's shortened the hole down a little bit. Now playing for RD Golf Club is Manny McLaughlin. And that's a very nice shot there by RD and Manny McLaughlin. So we're going to follow action on this match now down this 11th hole. And as I said, we'll be with them for the 11th hole here and then for the tee shots on the par 3 12th. So as we're in the early stages of this back nine of this competition, it's all tight. It's all tight between the two clubs. Match number 1, all square through 10 holes. We'll get an update on scoring for you on that. Match number 2, all square through 10 holes. Match number 3, the updated score we have on that, or the latest score we have on that, is that RD are 2 up through 6. Match number 4, RD are 1 up through 6. So there's still plenty of golf to be played, and scoring can go either way. It's nervy, and caliber golf so far has been very nice, very good to watch. So RD's golf ball just out to the right hand side into the rough here. A little bit of pine needles on the ground that they may have to navigate their way around, but they definitely were not missing left and out of bounds. So they're going to have the longer approach shot into the green here. They will also be first to play. However, Leaks have essentially a blind approach into the green. So take your pick. Which kind of shot would you rather have? A longer shot where you can see where you're going, or a shorter blind shot? Pick your poison. The flag is on the back of this green. And we have 220 yards from here to this back flag. Leon Travers now, RD, playing the second shot. Iron in hand. Balls away and just comes up short to the right hand side, but a fine approach shot. Dominic Dalton here now for Leaks, playing their second shot. as we're saying, a blind shot, playing it over the out of bounds. And that's just come up just short left of the green. Both golf balls just come up a little bit shy of the green. So it's going to be a tough up and down. So whoever can get up and down for par, essentially, will probably win this hole, I would say. Abby Leaks looks to be a little bit more of a straightforward chip. Just straight up the green, uphill. RD from the right hand side a bit more. The green kind of slopes right to left and away from them a little bit. So slightly tougher chip. So if you're going to give advantage one way or the other, I would probably say advantage Abby Leaks so far. If it was me, I got to put her on the Texas wedge. No shame. That might just be outside of put-in range from the left-hand side, if I'm going to be completely honest. Probably got to get a wedge on that. But it will be RD to play first. Again, here from the right-hand side of the hole. And Abby Leaks definitely with a more straightforward chip. So for RD, it's going to be Manny McLaughlin, who, like I was saying, this green kind of just falls from right to left and away from them a little bit toward the Abby Leaks players. So less straightforward chip than what Abby Leaks have. But solid contact. Get this. Make sure it pitches onto the green and releases. And yeah, pitches onto the green. Lovely touch. Super touch by Manny McLaughlin of RD there. Applying the pressure and asking the question of Neil Condon and Abby Leaks immediately. Like I was saying, the team that can get up and down for par here are going to win this hole. And it's not a bad chip there by Neil either. But it's going to leave 4-5 foot putt uphill for their par. RD definitely with a little bit more advantage. They'll see that golf ball as it were all past the hole as well, what it does. So they'll know that it will fall from their left to right. But they won't need to give the hole away. Abby Leaks a little bit more guesswork to do maybe as their ball just didn't quite reach the hole, given about 5 foot for their par. So a tricky putt, to be honest, particularly when your opponents are in so close. Dominic Dalton here now with the par attempt. Balls away, false, and just lips out. That's tough. That was an aggressive lip out as well. Neil Conlon just coming in to mark that with the pace at which that lift out. It might still be no, it's RD's turn. So that's unfortunate, but that's the game. It's a matter of millimeters. So this now for RD to turn the match around, or turn the match back around to 1 up. And it drops down. It's a super par. A good team par there. Very, very nicely done. And we're going to make our way over to the 12th tee box. The 12th hole is a par 3. We're going to cross over the road now again. And long 200-yard par 3. And we're gonna follow this group for their tee shots on this par 3. And then we will take another ad break. Bogey Men, yeah. Hole par 3 is 213 yards. I get an updated numbers here as we come up to the tee box. 191 yards to the middle. Again, this pin is perched on the back of this green. On the back right-hand side, there's a bunker short left, which will gobble up a lot of golf balls. But the miss, really, if you are going to play for a miss, will just be short of this green. Just allow yourself the opportunity to chip up the green directly to the flag. On the tee for RD now, who are back to 1 up, is Liam Travers. After Manny McLaughlin hit a lovely little chip to top in range for their par. That's a super shot to the left-hand side of the green, just over the back. So not really where you want to miss on this hole. That's going to be a short-sided chip now. Very tough chip for Manny McLaughlin. He's going to have very little green to work with. But now Dominic Dalton of Abbey Leaks. The door is wide open for them. And that's a nice shot. Bounces just short of the green and just onto the front of the green. So we're going to have an uphill putt for their birdie. And we're going to take a quick break now as we wait match number 3 to come up and join us here on this par 3 12th hole at Shannon Golf Club. Thank you very much. We'll see you after this. Okay, so we are just waiting for match number 3 to come and join us here on this lovely par 3 12th hole at Shannon Golf Club. You can see, I'll just give a running commentary basically of what is going on up at the green. As we can see, match number 3, as I do a little 360 here now. You can see over the far distance there, we can see match number 3 are on the 11th tee box. So they'll be with us in a few moments, but match number 2, Manny McLaughlin's or Liam Travers' shot just sitting on top of the bank behind the green here on the 12th hole. Manny McLaughlin's short game skills being put to the test after he hit a beautiful chip, it has to be said, on the 11th hole to secure their par. He's chipping here now. Ball is pitched it onto the fringe, and that's okay. Okay, so that's a tough chip, to be fair. I mean, you're afraid of everything running away from you, but it just made it onto the front, onto the green there, just ran off the collar. It will now be Abby Leaks to play. They'll have a long range putt up the green. Dominic Dalton just made it onto the front edge of this green here, so he's going to have like a 20-foot putt, or his partner Neil Condon's going to have a 20-foot putt up the green. Long range effort, not an easy putt by any chance. Like, if they take the 2-putt here, you gotta say, if they take the 2-putt here now and make their par, they're going to win the hole and bring this match back to all square. So they know what they have to do. Neil Condon now just standing over this, and balls away, rolls up the hill, and that still might just be a little bit low and left of it's just, it's been conceded. Okay, so they're in for the par. So pressure is now all on Liam Travers to try and make a long enough range, a very long range actually, par putt. He'll feel a little bit of pressure now after not flying over the green, but pitching onto the back of the green and going over the green, leaving his playing partner with a tough chip. So he feel a little bit of pressure to make this putt, have the hole, and remain one up through what will be 12 holes now. So bear with us as we watch this. He's just giving it plenty of attention. Again, everything's going to fall from his left to right, from the back of the green to the front of the green. But it's he's playing across the break of the green more so than down it. So balls away. It has just come up just a little short. And that match now is back to all square. So scoring as we have in the first 2 matches is that they are both all square through match number 1 we know is all square through 10 holes. Match number 2 we know is all square through 12 holes. Match number 3 we'll get an update on scoring as we have it, but the latest we have is that Brian Keenan and Kevin Commons of RD are 2 up through 6 holes over Abby Leaks' Noel Concannon and Dara O'Rourke. Excuse me. We know that they are now on the 11th fairway, and they'll be here in a moment. But I'm going to take this opportunity now to say that if you haven't already, could you please subscribe to the Bogey Men's YouTube channel? This is our 11th live broadcast of 2024. We did 2 live broadcasts last year. We have done 11 this year, and we look set to do 38, if not 39 hours of live golf coverage across the year, across those 11 live broadcasts, which for context is more live golf coverage than RTE has brought you this year, and it's more live coverage than Virgin Media has brought you this year. So if you could subscribe to our channel, it's absolutely free, and you subscribing means that we can broadcast more golf. We can be at more amateur golf tournaments, like the North of Ireland was obviously yesterday up in Port Stewart, and Port Rush. I think it was both. And it also means that we can go to the South of Ireland. It means we can go to the Irish Amateur. We can go to the Women's Irish Amateur. So you supporting our YouTube channel by subscribing, it means a lot. It means that we can do a whole lot more of live amateur golf coverage. Like I said, we've done more than RTE this year already, and with your support, we can do even more again in 2025. So whilst we're waiting for match number 3 to come and join us here on this 12th hole, we'll take another quick ad break, but just a quick reminder that all of our coverage this year of amateur golf in Ireland is brought to you by AIG. They're a proud supporter of ours and of Golf Ireland's. They're bringing you these live streams, so we'll be back to you after this ad break. Okay, so just going to take a little bit of a rest here, have a seat on this lovely bench supplied by Supply Chain Intelligence, Synchrion. Lovely bench. We're just waiting for match number 3 to come and join us here on the 12th tee box. No one really has been making a mess of the 11th hole so far. I thought that out of bounds to the left hand side would cause a little bit more havoc with golfers, but they've been navigating the hole very well and missing on the correct side. But this is a tough, long par three. Um, I don't imagine the bunker on the left hand side of this hole is going to see too much action, just given the pin position on the back right. Um, it would have to be a very bad shot to come up short left into that bunker when the pin is out on the right hand side. I can foresee a lot of golf balls coming up kind of short right and missing to the right hand side as players play a little bit more aggressively toward that pin. But as you saw in match number 2 there between RD and Ivy Leaks, the one place you do not want to miss because you're giving yourself a very tough up and down for par is long of the screen. So that's the current situation. I feel very far away from you all as I'm sat here on my own on the bench, all on my lonesome. But there you go. That's what I'm doing. Just waiting for the group to come up to us. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at scores across both the men's and the women's competitions. Do we have an update on scoring? Well, there we go. Match number 10 still it says all square through 10 holes. Match number 2, the match that has just departed us, has saying all square through 10 holes. We know that because we were watching and we were doing commentary on that. Match number 3, this match here, which is about to join us in just a moment. RD are 2 up through 10 holes. Brian Keenan and Kevin Commons are 2 up over Abby Leaks' Noel Concannon and Dara O'Rourke. In the final match of this competition, the tide has turned a little bit in Abby Leaks' favour, and Abby Leaks are 1 up through 9 holes. Representing Abby Leaks in match number 4 is Eugene Hearns and Martin Lawler. They play RD's Thomas Malone and Jamie Kelly. So it's a nip-tuck match as it is right now. It's 2 points apiece for the two clubs. So obviously no title is being awarded, or the shield is not being awarded to anyone as of yet, but there's plenty of golf left to be played, so we will bring you as much coverage of that as we can. We're just waiting for a coverage for a play to come and on this 12th hole. So in the meantime, you just keep looking at me, whether that's interesting or not for you guys. Hopefully, we'll see. Let's do the scoring on the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes All-Ireland Final. So we have some scores on the doors for you through 6 holes. The women's competition, just for people who, in case you're looking to see why they're already through 6 holes or whatever, the women's competition teed off at 11, 11:10, 11:20, and 11:30. The men's competition teed off at 10, 10:20, 10:10, 10:20, 10:30. So there's a half an hour gap between the 4th match in the men's competition and the 1st match in the women's. So match number 1 is all square through Courtown and Howth. Match number 2, Howth are 2 up through 6 holes. Kitty Walsh and Catherine McCanna lead over Kate Sheehan and Anna O'Shaughnessy. Match number 3 is going the way of Courtown. They are 2 up through 3 holes. Mary Cooper and Margaret Dooley getting the better of Trina Blake and Jenny Ryan in that one so far. And the final match of the day, Courtown lead 2 up through 3 holes again, as Tina Smith and Gay Gahan are leading over Aisling Hall and Kathy Barron. So as it stands right now, it's 2.5 to 1.5 in Courtown's favour over Howth Golf Club. But like we said, they haven't even made the turn yet. They're still early enough into the back nine. But the 3rd match of the AIG, Jimmy Bruen, is coming over now to the 12th tee box, and we're going to go join coverage here in a moment. So, an update on scoring for you all at home. I have RD 1 up through 11 holes and 2 tee off for RD. Well, Abbey Leaks are going to be going first because they have pulled one back. And this is Dara O'Rourke for Abbey Lakes Golf Club. Dara is one of the few lefties that we've seen in the competition. So as I was saying, 180 yards to the middle of the green, the pin's on the back right. And that's a nice high ball flight. Dara liked it straight away. Yeah, just center of the green, back side of it. He's up in the back tier. Good position, very, very nice position to be. And now for RD Golf Club is Kevin Commons. His playing partner, Brian Keenan, is wearing the sunglasses. And this team over here now is Kevin Commons. That's a nice shot by Coates as well. That's a very nice shot. So he's got about 10, 12 foot left of the green. Advantage to RD, you'd have to say. Now, after that super shots, we're going to make our way up to the green. And we will continue our live coverage with match number 3 very, very shortly. So 2 super shots in there by both RD and Abbey Leaks. First to play will be Abbey Leaks Golf Club. But both shots pin high to the left hand side of the green, to the middle of the green. 2 super, super shots. So first to go will be Noel Concannon for Abbey Leaks. And then it'll be Brian Keenan who'll be put in for RD Golf Club. But RD currently 1 up through 11 holes here on the 12th hole. And Abbey Leaks, you can see they're just working as a team, really just confirming their line, making sure they're happy with every aspect of this putt. They're just asking RD to move their ball marker over to one side, just to the left hand side. So both players on this Abbey League team left-handed. That's interesting. This putt should fall from his left to right. Again, fall from the back of the green toward the front of the green. And that one just coming up a couple of foot shy. Not conceded, not by any stretch of the imagination as it is now. RD, who have the opportunity to stretch that lead to 2 up once again. Brian Keenan, he'll have learned a lot from Abbey Leagues there and their putt. He knows that this is going to fall from his left hand side. Probably give it about a cup out to the left hand side. Decent pace, and again, just coming up shy. And yeah, that's been conceded. I mean, no one's missing those really, let's be honest. So Dara O'Rourke for Abbey Leagues with a tickly little putt to save par and half the hole. And that's just lived out. He stepped early and everything on that. Just didn't get that quite the respect that that putt probably deserved or needed. So Abbey Leaks, unfortunately, given one away cheaply there, as RD stretched that lead to 2 up through 12 holes. So RD are now going to be first on the tee here. So Brian Keenan, after making that, his birdie putt attempt, just coming up a little bit shy, but winning the hole nonetheless. He steps up to take the tee shot on this 13th hole. The 13th hole is a par 4, slight dogleg to the left. Index 10, 338 yards from the back tees. And he's just setting up on the center left hand side of the tee box, setting up for a fade, it appears to me. And correct. Starts it on the left hand side on that tree line, fades it back very quickly, picks the tee up. And Brian Keenan is very happy with that, as Noel Concannon from Abbey Leaks is stepping up. There's a bunker about 230 yards on the right hand side, right on the outside of this dog leg. You can see it just there in front of Noel. If he likes to play a fade, That should be his line. And it started out on the left hand side and drawing back. So yeah, both players very, very happy with how things have been working out for them on this 13th hole, par 4, dogleg to the left. And we're going to be joining action here with the final match in the Jimmy Bruen AIG All Ireland Finals just after this break. So we have a score update for you as you are looking at the beautiful tee box on the 13th hole here at Shannon Golf Club. Match number 1 is all square through 12 holes, and currently they are on the 15th hole. So we should have an updated scoring for you after that. But as it stands right now, all square through 12. Match number 2 is also all square through 12 holes. And match number 3, which we just saw, RD absolutely robbing a point and getting back to 2 up through 12 holes, as unfortunately Abby Leaks' Dara O'Rourke just lived out a 2-foot putt for par and just gifting, to be honest with you, gifting the point and the hole over to RD Golf Club. Match number 4, which is joining us now, we can see that they are just making their way up to the 12th hole. Latest scoring that we have for that match is that Abby Leaks are 1 up through 9 holes. So as soon as we have an updated score for you on that match, we will, of course, provide. And we'll be with this group now for the 12th green, which we are currently on, and the 13th hole is par 4, dogleg to the left. And after that, we will move our coverage over to the women's minor foursomes. And we'll be bouncing between that and the culmination of this event because we want to try and obviously get as much of the final moments and the celebratory moments as we can. We're going to work to get an update on scoring for you in this group. And so an update on scoring for you. Abbey Leaks in this final match are 2 up through 11 holes. And this team of Eugene Hearns and Martin Lawler. Martin, as far as I'm aware, is in the yellow top, and he is going to be putting. Eugene is wearing the gilet. But RD just chipping on. They're the first match that we have seen now miss this hole on the right-hand side, and you can see exactly why that is such a tough position to miss this green. If you don't get it up on that tier, the ball just falls away, runs from the back to the front onto that lower tier. So RD now with a very, very long range par effort. And you got to think Abbey Leaks are going to stretch this lead to 3 up after this hole. So Abbey Leaks just taking their time over this putt. Truth be told, they're really taking their time over this putt. They know that this falls from left to right. They know that it breaks a little bit more, or they should know that it breaks a little bit more than it looks. So you're looking at 2 cups to a foot left of the hole. Every single person who has been having this putt has left it low. Let's see now. Will Martin Lawler for Abbey Leaks do the same thing? And it's very good putt, but in the jaws. But there you go. That's the that's got to be the par sewn up for Abbey Leaks, and the task is simple for RD: make this putt or go 3 down. That ball's away for RD, and it just comes up shy. And so Abbey Leaks have stretched their lead to 3 up now through 12 holes as they make their way over to this par 4 13th hole. As you're saying, slight dog leg left. 338 yards is what this hole is measuring out at today. And on the tee for Abby Leaks is going to be a Martin Lawler, who hit a very, very good putt. So teeing off for Abby Leaks is going to be Martin Lawler, who hit a lovely putt. He's the only person that we've seen start the golf ball high enough. Just came up a couple of revolutions short of the hole, but saved the par, won the hole, and they're now 3 up. And that's a super shot there by Martin and Abby Leaks. Crowds out here loving it, giving it the round of applause. And now for RD is Jamie Kelly teeing off here. The wind in this tee box is a little bit sheltered, but it's pushing from the right to left. So it's pushing with the dog leg as well. It's not too windy a day out here. It's breezy, but not windy. And that started on the right hand side and fading a little bit toward that bunker. Carries that bunker and bounces right. Should be all right, but it's going to be a longer approach shot into this green. So we're going to continue coverage of this group down this 13th hole. This par 4 13th hole. And we'll be, with this group. So I was just chatting there with Thomas Malone of RD Golf Club and saying the course is playing lovely. I mean, he's in a very good mood for a teammate that might be 3 down through 12 holes. But look, there's still plenty of golf left. But he was saying that his own club of RD is currently doing a little bit of maintenance work on a few of the greens, couple of reshaping of a few greens. Good friend of the podcast, good friend of ours, Ken Carney, is doing that work. Super architect, obviously. Good friend of ours. We were chatting to Ken in Roscommon for the AIG Women's Irish Close, but I'll tell you what, they got lucky. RD here to be honest, they got the bounce and they've got a good stance. The ball sitting up nicely. The grass is cut nice and low around where they are. Obliques were just taking a free drop there as the golf ball had actually finished on the path. So Eugene here for Obliques, after taking that drop, just plays the ball up over the bunker on the left hand side, and very nice, just below the hole, about 15 foot for their birdie attempt. RD have a straight run now at this flag. As I was saying to you guys earlier on, if you position yourself correctly here on this course, the bunkers that are protecting these greens don't come into play whatsoever. That's very nice. So the right-hand side of that green is where the RD golf ball has finished, and a couple of long-range efforts to come for both clubs' birdie putts. Jamie Kelly there with like I was saying, the ball finish out, got pretty lucky. Good stance, good lie for Thomas Malone, and he did the job. So Martin Lawler here for Eugene. I have a conversation here now about who's away, who's first to play. So they decided Ivy are going to be the first to play here. Martin Lawler with the putt attempt. So it looks to me like It should be an uphill putt. A fall from right to left overall. It's going to take a good hit to get this ball to the hole. Could be a slow enough putt, I think, to be honest with you. He started to the right, and tell you what, Martin Lawler, good putter. He's a very good putter, this Martin fella. That has been conceded. So Abiliks are in for their par. I don't think I've actually seen Eugene hit a putt in these 2 holes that we've been with them. Martin's just leaving everything stone dead. Some man. Jamie Kelly now with the long range effort. It's going to go up and over a little bit of a ridge. You can see where he's standing now. The grass gets a little bit darker from where I was standing. So it's going to be a little bit downhill from there. So they're going to have to get it over this ridge. So it's a tricky putt. This is a tough putt. Again, this one's going to swing from his right to left. Just slides by on the low side, and that has also been conceded. So the hole is halved in pars as this final match moves on to the 12th tee box. So we're going to follow this group as they tee off on the 12th hole, and then we will take our final ad break and then move our coverage over to the women's minor foursomes. So we're just going to follow this group here now as they tee off on the 14th hole. Yeah, it does, Ryan. Not waterproof, though. So this par 4 14th hole is a severe dogleg to the right. You can see in the distance there's a mound. That is going to be their target line. There are 2 bunkers on that mound, just short of it, so it's going to have to hit a cut. So iron off the tee just over the tree line. That's cutting it, and we heard timber. So Abiliks might be reloading there off the tee. An unforced error, to be honest, by Eugene Hearns. As Thomas Malone, hybrid in hand. Starts on a similar line, but just to the left of this tree line. And that should be nice and safe in the middle of the fairway. From where Thomas Malone's ball is, he should have about 135 yards into the middle of the green. So Martin Lawler here declared the provisional. And Martin here now with a hybrid in hand. And that's nice and safe there by Martin Lawler. Just runs out of fairway, but avoids the 2 bunkers there in the distance. And that's going to conclude our coverage for this group and for the men's Jimmy Bruen AIG All-Ireland final. We're going to take a quick break now, and then we will rejoin you with coverage from the AIG Women's Minor Foursome Finals between Howth Golf Club and Courtown. We'll be there in just a moment. So, what we saw.
Played and now it might be going back.
So,
Camera's back on.
Just swap shots. And take that back. Let's get away from. Okay, so what we're going to do, because the women's competition hasn't quite reached, obviously, the 14th tee box, which is where we are currently, we are going to, the beauty of Parkland golf, such as this, and coverage such as this, is that we can actually go to the golf. So we're going to make our way back down toward the 13th tee box, 12th green, and they get attacked by a bee. Just because I do get attacked by a bee, I am allergic, so that wouldn't be great. We're going to make our way over to the 13th tee box and 12th green, and we will join the coverage of the AIG Women's Minor Foursome. So we're going to move, is essentially what we're going to do. And this is the beauty of this type of mobile setup, is that we can just walk down to the coverage, to the competition, and bring you as much coverage as we possibly can. We saw there that AIG and RD in the final match played away. I am pretty confident that they had to play the provisional ball there by Martin Lawler. Eugene Hearns. They found Eugene's tee shot because he is now hitting their third. So Martin obviously had to punch something out there just to kind of get them back in play. But they're on the fairway hitting a chip shot up. So it's going to be a tough attempt now, or tough chances for them to get up and down for their par. RD seem to be in a pretty good position on that hole. But AIG still had a 3-up lead, so comprehensive enough as it stands. We're just making our way back now. We're walking toward the 13th hole here. The ground's lovely and firm underfoot. I was just talking to a couple of the players who are in the competition, and they said the course is playing lovely. Greens are tricky. They're tough to read. They're fast, but they're all very, very pleased with the golf course, and it's looking lovely. I mean, yesterday, a few players were saying that yesterday you'd almost say that the weather conditions were too hot. I don't think we would say that too often in Ireland. I'm just making sure I'm not walking the wrong way. But no, this is 13 tee box over here. So we are just making our way back. We may have timed this to absolute perfection, as it looks like the first match in the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes is just wrapping up on the 11th tee green over there and making their way over to 12. So we will await competition to come and join us here on this 12th hole, the par 3. Not sure if you can hear. Definitely another plane taking off in the background. One of the unique aspects of Shannon Golf Club. Not every golf course has a runway or two running parallel to their fairways. Yeah, we are just waiting for action to come and join us here. And so this is actually, let's talk through what we were talking about earlier on. So we saw this with matches 2 and 3 of the, was it 2 and 3? Yeah, we'll say it was 2 and 3. We saw here now, this was where Liam Travers, let me just get the names correct. I don't want to get these names mixed up on you. Sorry, me on my phone is not particularly fascinating. Match number 2. So Liam Travers, this is where he left his ball. You can see this is a very tough position. I think it was probably a little bit over here. You can see there, everything just runs away from you. The green runs back to front. So what Manny McLaughlin really had to try and just do was just chip the golf ball onto this collar here and then let gravity do its thing, and the ball would just run down toward the hole. Unfortunately, the big risk with a shot like that is that you throw too far and the ball just runs down off the front of the green. And then we saw in the very last match there, Thomas Malone and Jamie Kelly, they missed, RD missed the green out to the right-hand side. And again, a very tough chip. You can see just here before the hole. So the pin position is on this back tier here, but there is this slope which just severely throws everything away from you. And that's exactly what happened to RD in that match. So it's a tough green. It's a very, very tough pin position. It'll be interesting to see how the women fare now on this hole. I really hope I know I got that stuff right. My little Ken on the course there for you. But a very, very nice pin position, very tough pin position, challenging. But it's I'm intrigued now to see how the women get on with it, as we are joining match number 1 in the AIG women's minor foursomes between Howth and Cortown. And this match, representing Howth, who the latest score that we have, they are 2 down through 9, Howth Golf Club are. And Veronica Baker and Elizabeth Collier of Howth Golf Club are taking on Mary O'Connor and Elaine Fitzgerald, who, as you're saying, on the latest scoring that we have, are 2 up through 9 holes. So from the red tees, this hole is playing about 164, 165 yards to the middle of the green. As we saw, this pin is toward the back. So we're looking at 170 yards. It's a low one. It's the rough just holding that up before the bunker there, short left of the green or to the right hand side as we're looking back down the hole. So truth be told, a pretty tough chip for that team. We will have confirmation on who is who for you as soon as we can get it. And so this is kind of just short right. a couple of hooping and hollering from the fans there in the trees on the left hand side. But that golf ball has just come up short right or left as we're looking back on the hole from our side. The easier of the 2 chips here for that second team who are teeing off. They have a straightforward enough chip up the hill. The big thing for them is just getting that golf ball up the bank. As we said earlier, everything just falls quite severely from back to front. So for that chip in particular, they're going to have to just make sure that they get it up onto this back tier. A tougher question being asked of the team who teed off first and have come up short left of this green, and they're going to navigate over the bunker. Yeah, going to get it up over that bunker, throw it onto the green, and yeah, it's a bigger chip, it's a tougher chip, but I'm sure they're more than capable. And that's a nice shot. It's not. Oh, it has come all the way up into that tower. Wow, what a chip! That was fantastic. Stone dead to 2 feet. A super chip there. Lovely touch. Better touch around the greens than I have. That's a super shot. I have the hands of a blacksmith around the greens. It's not good. I spent 2.5 hours this week at the chipping green back in my home club in Mount Juliet, and I'm none the more confident, if I'm honest with you. So super shot there by Mary O'Connor of Cortown. Lovely little chip there. As I was saying, not an easy shot by any stretch of the imagination. And, stop waving. So super shot there by Mary O'Connor. That was Mary O'Connor of Cortown who hit that chip shot. And this is now Hoth, who I'm not sure that was the intended route to get up to this back tier by Hoth Golf Club, but they're up there on the back tier. It's still Hoth to play away. And I have updated scoring for you in this match. Cortown are 4 up through 11 holes. And unless Hoth, Veronica Baker, and Elizabeth Collier make this for par, it's going to go to 5 up through 12. And just on the high side. And that's a bogey 4 for Hoth Golf Club and Cortown now. Elaine Fitzgerald knows he likes to put with the flag in. As a oh no, she doesn't. No, yes she does. And there we go. There's the par. A super up and down team effort there to get up and down for par. And Cortown are now 5 up through 12 holes. So we're going to follow this group as they tee off down the 13th hole. We'll follow them down the 13th. This match could be over after this 13th hole. So we'll follow along as these women tee off on this par 4. Dog leg left. We're hearing plenty of whooping and hollering and cheering and clapping across the golf course as scores are coming in. So scoring that we have across the board in the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes All-Ireland Final are as follows. Match number 1, Cortown are 5 up through 12 holes. Match number 2, Hoth are 2 up through 9 holes. Match number 3, Cortown is 4 up through 9 holes. And match number 4, Cortown is 6 up through 9 holes. So Mary O'Connor on the tee here now for Cortown, driver in hand. And not her finest. Skied that one, drop kicked that one a little bit into the tree here on the left hand side, but it bounced back out. And on the tee here now. So this is Veronica Baker, who's about to tee off. The camera's getting the blame is harsh, guys. Camera's getting the blame there for a couple of shots. But we're going to continue on with this group here now, down this 13th hole, as Court 10 look set to hit their second shot. Elaine Fitzgerald for okay. Host Golf Club now. We're a little bit blocked out as well on this right hand side. A nice shot there by Elizabeth Collier of House Golf Club, progressing the ball forward, and now it's Mira O'Connor hitting Court 10's third. And a super strike, a very nice strike. Cameras are getting a little bit of the blame there for a few nerves in this match, but the women seem to have calmed down and normal service has resumed in this group, and we're going to follow them for this hole. This is the women's competition is a stark contrast to the men's competition. It has to be said. The leads in all four matches are quite significant, apart from possibly match number 2 in the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes. As I was saying, this match is 5 up through 12 in Court 10's favor. Match number 2 is 2 up through 9 in host's favor. Match number 3 is 4 up through 9 in Court 10's favor. And match number 4 is 6 up through 9, also in Court 10's favor. Whereas you compare that to the men's Jimmy Bruen final, and it's 1 up through 17 in RD's favor, all square through 12, match number 2. 2 up through 15 in RD's favor, and 3 up through 12 in Abby Lease's favor. So it's considerably tighter than it is in the women's competition, but good caliber golf being played across the board. As Hoth are looking to play their third shot here now from the left-hand side on the trees. In the trees. Realistically, they are going to just be punching out. Try and find some kind of a gap to play this ball through and get it back into play. And it's very well out. Yep, across to the right-hand side of the fairway. Very nicely played. So this 13th hole is measuring out at 321 yards for the women. It is par 4. And Elaine Fitzgerald now playing Cortown's 5th shot. And she just flared that one out to the right hand side, right of the bunker, and Mayor O'Connor's going to have another chip over a bunker on this 13th hole. And Hoth have given themselves a very nice line up toward this flag. Again, straight shot up now. I'm going to try and pitch this onto the front half of the screen and just let the ball release up, roll toward the hole. If you want to pick a side where you want the ball to finish, you want to finish probably the left hand side, leave yourself an uphill putt. Now the Hoth player just going for one club more. And that's not going to make it. It just comes up onto the cutter of the green. A lovely putt there from off the green by hosts Veronica Baker. I'm pretty sure that was. I'm going to say it was. As Elaine Fitzgerald of Courtown now has a tricky enough putt. Got to get through this corner. Little fringe around the green. She's just in the rough. She's going to have to give it a little bit of a hit because that grass will just slow everything down. And now is Mary O'Connor for Courtown for their I think that was their 7th shot. And so Elaine Fitzgerald will be looking to tap in for 8. Both have asked to move that over, just to move their ball mark just off their line. Just moving it over twice. And I just need to do maths in my head here now. I think this is for 5. No, 6. 1, 2, 3. That was for 6. Apologies. So they are going for 7, and Courtown are going for 8. I think. I'm pretty sure that is it. Yeah, but they're now just moving their ball marker back twice, and it's Holt's. It's still Holt's turn to putt. No, it isn't. Courtown are going. They look a little bit closer from my angle, but okay. And tapped in there. And so Hoth have this now to win one back and bring their match back down to 4 down through 13. That's a good win there for Hoth Golf Club. We're going to take a quick ad break now, and then we will join match number 2 in this AIG Women's Minor Foursomes All-Ireland Final. Okay, and we are back with match number 2 here in the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes at Shannon Golf Club. In this match, it's Host Golf Club's Kitty Walsh and Catherine McCann playing against Coretown's Kate Sheehan and Anne O'Shaughnessy. Scores on the doors in this group so far is that Host Golf Club are 1 up through the 12 holes. So, as you can see behind me, play is coming up to 13th. They're hitting their approach shots into 13. If I am correct, the 2 players on the right hand side in the black are Hoth Golf Club, which means that this is Coretown hitting their approach shot. That's awful. Sorry. Coughing on camera. And a nice shot played up the green there by Coretown, just falling off the green to the right hand side, but you can get a putter on that. Coming up to this golf ball here, just as it's played into the rough, is Hoth Golf Club. We will get confirmation on who is whom for you as soon as we have it. But the only confirmation that I can tell you, or the only thing I can tell you for absolutely certain, is that this is Hoth Golf Club, who are about to play their 3rd shot. And that pitched into the bunker, but rolled up the face and has just managed to climb out of the bunker. So Hoth kind of getting away with one there. They're going to be hitting a little putt, probably putting from off the fringe. As yep, they look to finish out on this 13th hole. So to play this next shot for Hoth Golf Club is going to be Catherine McCann. Katie Walsh's shot there. Pitched into the bunker. Came out though, thankfully. They'll be happy to know. The Hoth Golf Club fans will be thrilled. But a long range effort here for Hoth, who are currently 1 up through 12 holes. So they don't want to be giving anything away. Catherine going with putter off the green. She's about 8 foot of a fairway to get through first. Good hit. Yeah, as you know, everything falls to the right, from right to left. So they left themselves about 15 foot there, 15, 17 foot for their what I think is 5th shot for their bogey. Coretown, on the other hand, are playing their 4th shot, also going with putters, in hand. This is a tough shot, has to be said. They had to get through a little bit of rough and fairway grass. Get it up over that mound. But then once it gets it top of the mound, it's just going to fall away from them. So distance control is going to be very tricky from a shot like this. And that bobbled immediately and didn't quite get all the way there. So they've got about 6 foot, 6 or 7 foot there now to tidy up for their, what I think is 5th shot. Obviously, we just joined this group on their approach shots into the green. So, if I am correct, Hoth are playing their 6th shot now, and Cortown their 5th. So, both of these, from both clubs' perspectives, are must make. This is Kitty Wash. And that slides by on the right hand side. Yeah, it's been conceded. To be fair, I don't think they're going to be missing that putt. Cortown now with a chance to win the hole, bring the match ball square, and we will head down to the 14th hole. If this putt goes in, it'll slide from her right to left. And she makes it. A very nice putt. A very nice up and down. And we're going to make our way over now to the next tee box. So we'll start to saunter on over this way. So a correction and a quick update on scoring in this match for you. Hoth Golf Club are still 1 up in this match through 13 holes. And Anna Shaughnessy hitting a nice shot, just coming up shy of those 2 bunkers on the left hand side of the fairway. A very nice shot there by Anne. And now is Hoth Golf Club and teeing off for Hoth is Catherine McCanna. So we know that the tee box here is a little bit more forward for the women than it was for the men. The bunkers on the left hand side not really coming into play as much, so they can play down the right hand side a little bit more of this whole dog legs from left to right. 327 yards is the official yardage on the scorecard for this hole. That's a nice shot. If it gets past those trees. Okay, so they've taken off a little bit of the corner of this hole. Very nice shot there by Hoth Golf Club. As the players make their way down to the 14th. A score update for everyone who is following the Jimmy Bruen competition. In the men's side, we have a couple of results of the matches. The first match finished all square. The second match resulted in a 2-up win for RD Golf Club. So Liam Travers and Manny McLaughlin winning 2-up there, which fantastic results. Match number 2, a 3-2 win for RD's Brian Keenan and Kevin Commons. And so the scores, confirmed results that we have right now is it is 2.5 points to 1.5 points for in favor of RD. So the final match is 3-up to 15 for Abbey Leaks Golf Club, Eugene Hearns and Martin Lawler. So it looks as though RD are set to win the Jimmy Bruen All Ireland final. I think we're going to have confirmation of that momentarily once they finish that 15th hole. But if that's the case, congratulations to RD. We're going to be sticking with the women's foursomes, though. And we're hearing lots of cheering going on behind us there, but a lovely shot there by, nearly drains it there. Cortown nearly, Cortown's Hannah Shaughnessy nearly draining that putt from just off the front of the green. Whooping and hollering ringing throughout the golf course. So once we have confirmed scores and what is exactly happening, we will be able to update you. Match number 1. Actually, here we go. Match number 1 is complete. The result is a 5-4 victory for Cortown's Mary O'Connor and Elaine Fitzgerald. It's a lovely bunker shot there. Tricky bunker shot. Very, very nice shot. So that is the first score on the door there for Cortown. And confirmation here of the final score in the men's Jimmy Bruen. RD have won the AIG men's Jimmy Bruen All Ireland final 3-1. A resounding victory for RD. They tied the first and last matches and won the middle 2 matches, 2 up and 3-2 to win 3-1. Congratulations to RD, but we're going to stick with the women's competition here, as I imagine you can hear the plane just taking off there from Shannon Airport. And a little bit of deliberation going on as to who is to go first between Cortown and Howth Golf Club. Cortown to tap in, and a very nice putt there. And Howth Golf Club's Catherine McCanna now to see out this hole. And they do. We have another result in this match or this competition for you. The final match in the women's minor foursomes. Cortown have won 8-6. So Tina Smith and Gay Gatton have a resounding victory over Aisling Hall and Kathy Barron of Howth Golf Club. We're going to watch this group tee off on 15. And then we will take a quick ad break and be back to you with more live coverage after this. So we have a little bit of a walk over to the 15th tee, but this is the match at the moment, which is going the way of Howth Golf Club. And once this pair tees off, we will then return back to the 14th green and wait for match number 3 to join us, which will be Cortown's Mary Cooper and Margaret Dooley against Trina Blake and Jenny Ryan of Howth Golf Club. And that ball has gone out to the right-hand side, but it should remain on the fairway. This 15th hole is a par 5 for the women. It's a par 4 for the men in today's competition. Kitty Walsh here for Hoth Golf Club. And a very nice drive right down the middle, just comes up, just crosses over the path and makes its way over to the fairway for Hoth Golf Club. A very nice shot. But we will be back with final round action with match number 3 in the women's minor foursomes after this break. Having confirmation of their victory in the AIG Men's Jimmy Bruen Shield. It looks all but certain that Cortown are going to be crowned the AIG Women's Minor Foursomes champions. Match number 1 is a 5-4 victory in favour of Cortown. Mary O'Connor and Elaine Fitzgerald getting the better of Veronica Baker and Elizabeth Collier. Match number 2 is currently going the way of Hoth Golf Club as Kitty Walsh and Catherine McCanna, as we saw, remain 1-up over Kay Sheehan and Anne O'Shaughnessy that may have even got to Oss Square. Match number 3 is the match which is dormy at the moment, and Cortown are 6-up through 12 holes. Mary Cooper and Margaret Dooley with a pretty emphatic lead over through 12 holes. So I think that match is pretty much all but done. We're waiting for final confirmation. But then in match number 4, talk about an emphatic victory. 8-6 win for Tina Smith and Gay Gatton, who won, like I said, 8-6 over Aisling Hall and Kathy Barron. There's plenty of movements going on as we're a little bit of an intersection here. There's a group of a 4-ball just teeing off there behind us, but it looks all but pretty well certain that match number 3 is there we go. 7-5 victory in match number 3. Final score is 3.5 to 0.5 to Cortown. And they are your AIG Women's Minor Foursomes champions. Congratulations, Cortown. Congratulations to RD Golf Club. Both of those victors today in today's competition. Fantastic golf was on display across the two competitions, both the men's and the women's. Thank you very much to everyone for watching, not just today and not just this week, but across every week. As I said, this is the 11th live broadcast that we have done this year. Thank you very much to everyone for watching. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means that next year we can bring you even more live coverage of amateur golf across the country and across the year. All of our coverage has been brought to you, of course, in partnership with AIG, who are a proud supporter of Golf Ireland and golf in Ireland for over 25 years. So, a huge year comes to an end from the AIG Cups and Shields Championships. With that, we're going to leave the celebrations to Cortown and to RD. Thank you for watching.